Yeah, bridging the gap. Nyomi Banks, the goddess. Tune in. Hey yo, Black, where we at? Elements. Got a problem? What's the issue? Ask Nyomi for advice, she will bless you. Is it sex, love, or relationships? If your spirits are down, you can get a daily uplift. Just listen every word that she speaks. Setting trends with hashtags for every day of the week. Hashtag motivational Monday.
All right. It's your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks, and welcome to another episode of Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap. This is where we talk about love, sex, relationship, cultural differences, and so much more, while bridging the gap between them all and teaching the world about love, sex language, and attitude, and spiritual uplifting. We are back. We are back live every Thursday right here on YouTube, but we also restream it on Fridays on iTunes, Apple iTunes, that is, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, and all of those streaming networks. Right, Mike?
Yep.
All right, so we're going to try to do something a little different today. We just gonna take a few breaks, but we're not gonna start off with no break this time. All right, we're gonna go ahead and keep going right on into this conversation. And today's topic is we're talking about missed opportunities. Missed opportunities. Did we really miss out? Did I really miss out on that opportunity? And I'm going to tell you how I came upon this conversation. I was talking to a family member, and they were saying how they think they possibly could have missed out on a love relationship at a point in time in their life, and that maybe they should have went on into that relationship, and maybe they will be in a better circumstance than than they are in now. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Than they are in now. And I was like, well, I don't know. I guess if she would have said this to me a few years ago, I would have said, yeah, girl, you missed out on that, But lately, I've been having a different mindset when it comes to opportunities. For me, now I feel that those opportunities that and you didn't take them, I think those are more of a sign, or to let you know what you're looking for. Okay. You understand what I mean by that? Mm-hmm. Or what you're looking for within, if it's a relationship or even if it's a job opportunity or something like that. Like it kind of gives you a and I had it all together before, but it's like you have it gives you a picture or give you an insight on what you actually want in life. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense? All right, so let me say this because I didn't say, and I was being so rude. I want to say, hey, to all of my sexy people out there. I am so sorry. All my sexy people out there. And if you see, I got a nice little afro up. I got my shoulders showing. Y'all see these sexy shoulders right here. You know what? Because the sister's trying to stay cool out here. I mean, when I say it's hot, it's hot. It's hot. And I did not introduce my co-host, Dog Pound Mike. Mike, what's going on, baby?
You got it. How you doing tonight?
I'm hot.
You hot?
Yes, I'm hot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hot. But we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this tonight. But yeah, and actually we're going to have a social connection tonight because I did post this question on social media a few days ago. And I really wanted to hear, what everybody had to say. Well, and we got a lot of great feedback. It was very interesting in some of the posts, that they put out there. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? And so I guess I'm going to come to you first. I'm come to you first because I can talk all day about my stuff. But for you, have you ever thought about you missing out on an opportunity?
You know something, and when you put that is different ways, different level, opportunity in work and things like that. Sure, I have. I think everybody may have missed out on opportunity to do some work or do something they wanted to do in life. As far as relationship wise, I used to think that, but as I got older, I don't think that, because every relationship that you ever been in serves a purpose for you to do something else. You know, serves a purpose. So it never go back to, ooh, I missed out on that one. Because really, did you miss out? Because if you were still with that one, you might still be doing the same shit that you were doing that made that would not work.
Right.
That don't
right.
mean you would have changed or grown or anything like that. So, you know, as far as relationships, no. I think it's a growth thing.
Right.
You know, every relationship makes you either better, or some can even make you worse.
Right. So let's go into that. Let's kind of break it down like that.
Okay.
So let's go into relationships first.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So just say you were you had this relationship, and that at that time that relationship did not work out, or whatever, or you chose to go somewhere else rather than be with that relationship. And sometimes we so-called regret that we, you know, whatever that relationship. But then we have to look at it. Was we truly ready for that person at that time?
There you go.
As we grow in life, you know what I'm saying? It prepares us for those people. So now maybe that person wasn't for you, but maybe they were put there for a season for you to know where, okay, maybe this is who I'm looking for. This is who I'm looking for in that person, whether it's a man or a woman that can love me the way that I am now. So that they was then. So now you figure you put on top on you growing. So now I know I am ready for that person now versus if I was with them then.
Right.
So it might not be that person, but I now know what to look for in someone. Y'all get that?
Yeah, I feel that. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's truth there, you know, because you in a different stage, you know, as you grow and as things go, you get in different stages to you know, to figure out yourself, and for the other person maybe figuring out their self as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, we talked about the soulmate. Remember? We talked about the soulmate and all those different relationships a few episodes back. And I just remember when we were talking the other day, and I was like, wow, because we usually speak is like, well, I got a soulmate. My friend now, but that's my soulmate, you know, but we're not in a relationship. But then I was like, is that really your soulmate? Or is that someone that, you know, they put into your life, you know what I'm saying, for that period of time, so you can start to acknowledge who it is that is compatible with you, that gets you. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, so in what traits that they have, like I just mentioned before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess this goes to the question that, is it really a soulmate?
I got a question for you.
Okay.
So does that soulmate has to be your husband, wife, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend?
You know, that's a good question. And no, but can we be honest? But in the form of in a relationship, everybody use a relationship as it has to be a love, a relationship as a husband or wife, or a boyfriend, you know, a girlfriend type of thing. Right. You understand? So when you say that, that is what they usually say, and that's what they usually deal with. What we don't deal with is relationship with just another person. Right. A relationship could be with your mother, with your father, with your sister, brother, you know, with your daughters or your sons, you know what I'm saying? Or your good friends. You understand what I'm saying? But when people think about relationships, they think about a love type of sexual relationship. We got to be married, girlfriend, and boyfriend. Right. And that's what they tend to kind of try to get advice on instead of dealing with each other. Like everybody that I'm seeing right here that's on this thing, I have a relationship with each one of you guys. You know what I'm saying? Especially ones that I talk to, on a daily basis, through, whether it's on Messenger or whatever it is. I've built a relationship with them as it's a friend type, or even what do you call it? Now I can't think, my head too tight. Just of an acquaintance type of feel. You know what I'm saying? So in that manner, we do have a relationship. And then I guess I can see what you're saying about it doesn't have to be your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or wife, that it could be a friend. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I totally understand that. I totally understand that, yeah.
Yeah. So y'all don't get all this smoke right here. This is my incense, and I got my candles burning.
Smoking it up.
Right, because we can't do a repeat of last week.
Wow.
No, we cannot do a repeat of next week. Yeah. And I see you, Yoshi. You know what, baby? She said my soulmate was my grandma. And man, baby, I feel you on that. Because I think part of my soulmate was my grandmother too. My maternal grandmother, my mother's mother. And we had this connection that was so just it was crazy. I mean, it was like she knew me or who I was. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when my family came out, some family members told my grandmother that I was in the adult industry. And everybody was trying to say, what's wrong with her, and trying to get my grandmother to kind of, come against me. So when we finally talked, she was like, I know who you are. I know who you are. Me and you talked. We talked every day. I know what you do. I know what you're trying to do. All of these things. And she said, all I want you to do is to be safe. And I am always here for you, baby. Both her and my mother told me, I'm not here to judge you, because we've always talked and you always left it open to understand. You understand what I'm saying? And it was even a point that my grandmother, like, she knew that I had posed for Playboy and I had posed for, other things overseas. And when I was on a Howard Stern show, she was just like, so happy, for that moment that I was, that I was doing that. Right. And she was like, just be you. You know what I'm saying? Just be who you are. And that's all. And be good to people.
That's it. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Just be safe. She always say, be safe. She was trying to get me home at time, but she just kept saying, be safe. So Yoshi, I totally do understand with you in that. And even now when I talk and I pray, she is the first that I go to. I go to her before I go to my daddy. You understand what I'm saying? So it's still that motion. Like, even there's songs that I hear in her perfume, that I do that reminds me so much, of her. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, girl, you about to get me over here, doing some other stuff, Yoshi. All right, baby. Thank you for that one. But y'all feel what I'm saying, right? Y'all feel what I'm saying. All right, since we just broke it down in a relationship, do you have anything else to say on that, Doc Pound Mike?
Nope.
All right. So this might be a little easy show right here. I thought we was going to really get a little deep in here. I got to drink some water, but.
I know who was it. I think Jeffrey made a comment earlier, right here.
All right. Was that relationship right to begin with, or was the grass greener on the other side of the fence? Was that a regret? Okay, so, and I'm going to, I'm always be honest with y'all here. If I would have got this, if you would have asked me this a few years ago, I truly would have thought that the grass was greener on the other side, or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Looking and comparing. You understand? Looking and comparing what's out there to what you have.
Right.
And that's honestly what we have to stop doing. Because what people show us is not all what it is. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to repeat that again. What people show you is not, because, mind you, they decide they want to show you that. They show you what they want to show you. I used to have this saying, when you first meet a person, a guy or whatever, for me as a guy, when you first meet a person, a guy, right? They knocking at the door and you peeking through the window and you say, hey, how you doing? This is at the what I call the courting stage. You ain't let them in the house yet. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all sitting there, y'all talking or whatever, and he's saying all this good stuff or whatever, and you be like, ooh, now it's safe to let him in. So once you open up the door and you let him in, he gets comfortable and he starts to show you who he really is. So see, he wasn't that salesperson that was at that door. You understand what I'm saying? He wasn't that salesperson when he was at that door, when you had that door open or you had just talking to him through the screen. But once he got in and he saw that you was buying everything he was, selling, so then everything just really started, coming out. And sometimes it ain't what it is.
That is true. And I agree with that. But I don't agree with that is because in any relationship, whether it's friendship, dating, whatever, people always going to be on their best when they first meet somebody. I mean, females always going to look good, guys always going to look good, treat you, but as time evolves, some people get comfortable. They get in comfort level, I mean, I dated a girl that she didn't fart for 6 months. we get close. Shit, it's not farting the ass off. That's just the real because she is trying to,
right.
Sitting there finna kill her goddamn self on their ass. Shit. Let that shit out on the first date. Then I know, right? Dog pound in the house.
Oh my goodness. Okay, wait a minute. So let me say this. I see you, bro, talking about the rep. Yes. All right, so let me tell you this. I had a representative at a point in time for years. I promise you, for years, I would, and this is, oh my goodness. And if you met anybody back in the day that knew, they were like, no, she never did. I never farted, like for real.
See?
I thought that was not ladylike. I would get up, I would go like into the bathroom. I will go into the bathroom, but it messed me up so much that now, my gas is all built up. Now it doesn't matter.
See?
Now it doesn't matter. You understand what I'm saying? But before, what that look like you did, that's something different. A fart. No. Let's be honest. A fart versus somebody being on some BS is two different. It ain't even the same thing. It ain't the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
That is not the same thing. It is not the same thing. Y'all tell me that. Is that not a fart versus somebody doing something on BS? That is not the same thing.
That motherfucking head finna explode.
No. That is not the same thing, and I can't even believe that you even put it like that. That's like what they say, apples and oranges. That is not the same. So you not gonna be with somebody because they ass stink, because they got a stinky fart?
But the whole
Come
thing,
on.
Thing, if they were farted from day one, I was like, oh damn, that might have,
Get out of here! No!
Your fine ass fart.
No! Yes! Especially if it's something that you eating, especially right now. I am too old to be trying to hold some in.
There you go.
Like, no, I can't do it. But this is the thing. Let me tell y'all how crazy and it's not crazy because everybody has their little niche. Everybody has a little thing. Actually, a girl made millions of dollars farting in a jar.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like, seriously. I get these requests for these custom videos all the time of me farting. But, man, when I say you, like, for real, I am such a fucking lady that I can't do it. I cannot. It can't. I can't. It's, man.
How much they want to pay you? Because I fart for 50.
Oh!
Can we split it? You just make the face.
I can't. Okay, so let me say this. Like, in the adult industry, I understand there is a lot of kinksters. Mm-hmm. I have some kinks. That is one of, like, that bodily fluids. All of those things are not a part of my my makeup. That's not what I do. I do that in the privacy of my own home and my own bathroom, that's connected into my room. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that anywhere else. You know what I mean? So when I get those requests, I am taken back with like, oh my God, And literally, I remember, oh my God, what's Mike's last name? Adriana. Michael Adriana. I used to have so much fun doing scenes with him, but he had this fetish that he wanted to do a R. Kelly. He wanted me to do a R. Kelly. And I was like, no, I can't do that. And so he was about to, he was like, well, I think this will be a hot scene, Nyomi, with such and such. We'll give you so much, we'll pay you so much for this, whatever. So I was like, okay, here I go. Oh, okay. Let me see. How much you say? Mm-hmm. And then I'm telling my body, you see how much that is? That he said he was going to let's go get some water. Say, let's go get some water. You know what I'm saying? So I go get some water and I'm drinking. And he was like, we can take our time. And I'm drinking water. My stomach is, really full. And, back then I was much smaller. So my stomach was like this big, So I'm thinking if I'm drinking, I'm like, yeah. So I'm about to, I'm about to get this money on top and be able to do this. You know what I'm saying? So we go to filming, and I'm standing there, and I go to squat down, and he was like, yes, give it to me, Nyomi. Like, yes, Goddess, give it to me. And I'm like, and ain't nothing coming. There's nothing. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like it didn't come. So we cut. So I go to the bathroom. Let me tell you something. So I go to the bathroom. As soon as I stand up and go to the bathroom, bam. Now I'm peeing like a river. Peeing like a river. I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? So then I wipe myself or whatever. So I said, okay, this is some mind stuff, right? I'm just, So I go back and he said, I just heard you. He said, you can do it. He was like, get out of your head, get out of your head. And I'm like, right, get out of my head. Like, this is Kingston. This is what you do. I'll give you an extra such and such if you can do it on top of that. So I'm thinking that's motivation for me. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking that is motivation for yo. I'm like, oh shit, okay. All right, let me go drink some more water. I drink some water. I think he had some wine. I was just drinking everything, just sitting there kicking. And we were there on set for a long time. And he was like, oh my God, I'm about to get Nyomi to, such and such. And I was like, yes. All right, action. So then it was like, he was like, well, let's wait until you feel like you have to, and then we'll go. So when I felt like I had heat like there, I'm standing there, and I'm nothing.
Girl.
Nothing. I'm like, what is this? So sure enough, when I get up and look, I was like, you know what? I am just too much of a fucking lady for this. That I can't.
Girl, I would be like Justin Timberlake, cry me a river, goddamn.
And I could not do it. I could not do it. I tried, and I just couldn't. I could not do it. Was it a missed opportunity for me? Hell no, because I was not supposed to be doing that in the first damn play.
I guess you're right about that. That's the thing. It wasn't a missed opportunity because that wasn't in you to do.
Right. And even though my mouth was saying, yeah, my brain and my body and my soul was like, girl, no, we're not about to do this. We're not about to do this. What you say, Jeffrey? Shy bladder? Shy bladder? Yes, that was not happening. That was not happening at all. All right, girl, this your girl, D Goddess. Now we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to discuss some more about this missed opportunities. Did we really miss out? All right, it's your girl, D Goddess Nyomi Banks, here on Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap. Let's go. We became really, really good friends. And when I say really, really good friends, like she's been through with me through my first marriage, through the birth of my kids. She like been there with everything as well as I had. But we had a breakdown. We had a breakdown in communication in all of those things. And let me tell you, the breakdown came down is that where she had found out that she was diagnosed with brain cancer. And I remember, and every time she would call me or I would call her, I would speak with her and have very ups and encouraging words. But this one year, my grandmother had passed out of the blue. and I no longer had any. And at that moment, I felt like, where are my encouraging words for me? And I'm just going to be honest. And I kind of like disconnected from her because I felt she was draining my energy. And I don't think she was. I think what it was is that at that time, we needed each other and did not know how to help each other in that need.
Hey, this is Dog Pound Mike from Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. Come check us out every week. And remember, I'm no relationship expert. I just tell it like I hear it from the kennel. Get back at it.
Woo! Hey, it's your girl D Goddess Naomi Banks here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. I am with my guy Dog Pound Mike. Mike, what's going on, baby?
It's all good, having a good time.
Well, welcome. Y'all hear that promo of Mike? Man, I had to strangle him, put him in a headlock and everything to get that bark. Well, thank you. All right, so before we took a break, and our topic tonight is missed opportunities. Mm-hmm. Did we really miss out? And in the first half of the show, we talked about missing out on relationships. We kind of went somewhere else with it too, mm-hmm. Kind of blended it in. But that is what we're talking about. So on this, I guess let's finish it out. Let's round it off, and then we're gonna talk about missed opportunities where it comes with business and things of that sort. All right. Right. For me, like I mentioned before, and it's trying to get other people to explain. I remember my mom used to tell me all the time when I had my very first breakup. One of my high school boyfriends, mm-hmm. and I was like, like devastated, like it was the end of the world. When you have that first love or whatever, you think it's the end of the world. Mm-hmm. And my mom used to always tell me, if it was meant to be, then it will be. Wow. You understand what I'm saying? And then I found myself saying that to my daughters too. If it was meant to be, it will be. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm thinking like, well, in some parts that is true. You understand what I'm saying? Again, it might not be that exact person that you were, but it might be a likeness or a similar personality or a similar characteristic that person had that that you felt then, that you felt comfortable with. You understand what I'm saying? That now you can search and see it for somebody else. Right. You understand that?
I hear what you're saying. But I guess in that sense then, honestly, okay, we leaving everything to the universe then.
Exactly.
Because, my very first relationship, mm-hmm. grade school, high school, we was off and on for a little while, but mm-hmm. I felt at the time that was the love of my life. Mm-hmm. But she passed away.
Right.
Passed away at a young age. Mm-hmm. And I can hear the situation what you're saying, what was meant to be will be, but if you ever sit back and look and reflect, like, well, what if she didn't pass away? Was that the one, or was that just a learning experience, or just a step, and I guess what I learned? So I guess it is hard to leave it to the universe, to leave it to fate, because if you ever find yourself in the perfect relationship, what you feel the perfect thing, and something like that happened, a lot of people can't move on to something else.
But that's what we're doing this now, so you can know that missed opportunity. So that so-called missed opportunity that you feel that you missed, what did you miss? Meaning that, okay, so the beautiful young lady that passed away so what characteristic that you love, that you felt that was love in your life, were you able to find that somewhere else? Okay. You understand what I'm saying? So you take that from there and say, okay, because I like this. You know, that's what made me fall in love with that person, that characteristic. So I know the next time another woman or whatever come to me, you know, maybe now I know what I'm looking for. Give you a kind of a glimpse of what you're looking for in that person, not them being exactly that person.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So let me say this, and I remember I was speaking to my sister, and I was saying that things happen for a reason. And sometimes things are set up for things to happen because there is a bigger picture. You understand what I'm saying? Things are bigger than what we think or what we want it to be.
Okay.
Usually, most of the time, we do things that we want to do. And as I always say on here, we've been put on this earth to serve each other. You understand what I'm saying? But we find ourselves serving ourselves more than others. And I made a little post up there earlier this week about that, you know. So even in the process of one of my, he's like a brother to me. He had passed away at a young age. He was like in his 30s, you know what I'm saying? But in his passing, which will sound messed up, in his passing, it will create other things for other people. You understand what I'm saying? So him being at life, you know, on earth, you know, he had touched so many people at such a young age, you know, where they were like, oh my God, it was thousands of people at this. You know, he wasn't no famous person. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing like that. But he had people from, I'm talking about all age group from everywhere, just all over, you know, celebrating his life. But then it was something that I created after that, which is the Papa Lock Foundation. You know what I'm saying? Now, in bringing that foundation to life, you know, we were able to help when I was, you know, really doing the thing. We was able to help, you know, some families, you know. Now we get ready to get it back on track again to where we get ready to start helping the world with that. You know what I'm saying? He died of multiple sclerosis. But for me, it allowed me to get that in my mind. Okay, we really need to push this. We really need to start doing these things to help these communities that are being, you know, they're not being served in that manner when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? So his passing has not came in vain for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we're mourning. Yes, his babies have our mourning and still mourning to this day. And his dear mother is still mourning. But let's look at the bigger picture and that and say, okay, what can his legacy do now? Right. You know, his time on this earth, what can he do now? You know what I mean? Yeah. Y'all say that a lot, don't you? I like that though. Y'all like that, right? Yeah. We be getting a little deep over in here. All right. So what I want to do right now, I want to go to the comics right now before we go and talking about just opportunities when it comes to business. Okay. You know, like that.
Go Theo with one.
All right. So, hey, Theo, you a new one here, baby. All right, Theo. He said, in ways I believe the missed opportunity is the one that was presented before you that you either refused or pushed away and could have benefited you. You know, but if it was meant for you at that time, then it would be yours. I believe that now. I truly believe that now. That when opportunities come to me now that have came, they come full circle. And when I kid you, it come full circle. So what I felt I missed before they came to me, it didn't feel right at that time for me. You understand what I'm saying? Because then I wasn't prepared for it. But not only that, it wasn't worthy enough for what my true worth is now. Do y'all understand? Do that make sense to you?
I understand.
You understand with that? So for you, Theo, it's like you know what that opportunity looked like. You understand what I'm saying? So you know what it looked like. So when you're ready for that opportunity, then it will be there. You know, sometimes we have to check ourselves on receiving things. All right. So I might sound like I'm backpedaling a little bit on this, but I'm not. We have to be careful on what we receive and what we don't receive. You understand what I'm saying? So if it's a time that you feel that you that dang, I messed up, I could have had more or whatever, don't think that way. And I know it's hard to say, but don't think that way. Don't feel that way, because that opportunity is going to come back to you, but even more. You understand what I'm saying? But even more, you know?
I hear you. I hear you saying.
Yeah, but even more. All right, but thank you, Theo. Thank you for that. All right, where we going now?
I think this is Charmaine just saying what Theo was talking about.
All right, Ms. Charmaine said, if you are not prepared to receive, you could be setting yourself up for failure. Just my thought. You are exactly right. You are exactly right. And sometimes people do that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, people do. Let me tell y'all. I am so guilty, and that's why I can come and I can talk to you guys on the real, very authentic, because these are a lot of things that I did. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I took an opportunity that we wasn't ready for. We were signed to a major record deal. You know what I'm saying? And we were put in situations that we had to make choices and decisions about things. I mean, we signed a contract that was shit. You know what I mean? Just was like, you know, just, you know? And it was just a blessing that we were able to get out of that, you know, out of that contract. It's not, you know, whatever. But in that, what that taught me is now I have to look over all of my contracts. Mm-hmm. You understand? Every contract that I have to look it over, highlight, break it down, you know, break everything down. And that's what I do. I remember when I first got into the industry, and that was something that I did, as well as take it to a lawyer. You know, they were like, you know, everybody took this deal. It was like, well, I'm not. You know, if I already been there, I've already been burnt in that, because I jumped on an opportunity that I thought it was an opportunity, but it wasn't. But let me say this, and I'm gonna go back, but then it was. Because the opportunity that I had was actually to show me, was a lesson for me to learn, to prepare me for other things. You understand what I'm saying? For other and bigger contracts, that means more. The numbers are bigger, the percentages are bigger. You understand what I'm saying? And that, so, yeah. All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back. We got some social connection going on and all those things. It's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, here on Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap. Let's go. It is Ask Nyomi Ladder time. This is where my viewers will write in to me, and I will give them my advice. And I will open up for you listeners too, if you guys have any advice on this one. But this is a really good one. He said, I'm a big fan of your work and blog. I was wondering if it's possible to get out of the friend zone with someone you might be interested in. He said, keep up the good work. If you're ever in New York after the pandemic is over, I would love the opportunity to meet you. And we just going to say Jay from NYC. That's what we're going to say.
If you got any love, sex, or relationship advice that you need, you can email us at info@asknyomi.com. Also, if you like this video, like, subscribe, share, comment, all of those good things. I want you to keep it simple.
Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap. This is where we talk about love, sex, relationships, cultural differences, and so much more. And so much more. It's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, here on Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap. This is our live show that we do every Thursday right here on YouTube, on Nyomi's World. But we also do a nice replay for streaming, for you can catch it on your Apple Podcast, your iHeartRadio, your Spotify, all of those things. You go to those apps, download those apps, go over to the shows and hear them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Make sure you hear them, because there's really some really great shows. We have fun. We get deep. We talk about sex, love, and relationship, just like I said. And leave some comments or reviews. Let me know. Let me know if you're liking it, if you're not. And actually, also, go to the apps and put down there, you know, some things that you might want to hear that I'm not touch basing on just yet. But trust and believe, I got a whole lot of stuff to talk about. But as we always say, we in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And we can't do nothing but grow from here, right?
Yep.
All right, Dog Pound Mike, what's going on, baby?
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Like, just dealing with this heat out here. Ooh, And it's been crazy.
It was like, hell, y'all see the little beaties on my head. I said I had to put everything up. I had to let my shoulders out. You know, I had to get like a little bit, not naked all the way, but semi-naked. I need to show a little skin. You know what I'm saying? Let this melanin glisten. You know, so I can, you know, and y'all see me sweat, it's glycerin, but this is some sexy sweat. Matter of fact, the young lady is now selling her sweat. Damn, I need to do that. Like really, now she's selling her sweat in a bottle.
Sweat, pee, damn.
No, she wasn't selling no pee.
Oh, okay.
She was selling farts.
Oh, farts.
See that like I think I can kind of, scrape some little sweat off here. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit there, but and put it in a little, drip and I don't know, and I guess that's what I want to know too. What do you do with the farts? What do you do with the fart in the jar? What is that? I want to ask some of if I have any kinksters out there and you're not ashamed to speak, let me know. What do you do when you open up the thing? Does it stay in there? And then when you open it, and then what does it do? Like wine, does it get like, you know what I'm saying? Does it get better in time? When you got like some wine and it's the old, you know what I'm saying? As it aged.
You know what happened?
What?
You get that jar, you open it up and you look in there, it's the same place your money is at, gone. It's the same place your money went. It is gone.
Seriously, because I am such a serial entrepreneur, really, and I need to stop. I had to calm down and kind of just be creative and just step back. But when I saw they did a whole news episode on it, and I'm like, and I was sitting there like, like for real? Like they really banned this? Like, really? And I'm not gonna lie, like, damn, let me see. Can you label them something? Like, say if I had some sushi, what we call that? You know what I'm saying?
You sound
if I had some chocolate cake, some German chocolate. You understand what I'm saying? Or a little, a little soul food with some, some greens and some, you know what I'm saying? Like they all got a little different flavor to it. Like,
oh, God.
Look, we done ran Theo away with this one, baby. Thank you for coming, baby. He said, I got to go.
See you next week, Theo.
But no, like seriously, really just, I truly apologize. I kind of went over there a little bit, just a little bit. My fault. So we back, y'all. So let's talk about these missed opportunities. Matter of fact, let's do this. Let me go to my social media because we did do it on social connection, and I want to for giving me your feedback. And joining. I had some really, really good fans out there that's really on it, and they really came with it.
Okay.
They really came with it, and I appreciate it. I do. I truly did appreciate it. And I got to make sure which one it is because I'll be doing a lot. Okay, there it is. All right, so the question that I posed on social media for Social Connection said, how do you feel about missed opportunities? How do you feel about missed opportunities? All right, so Doubler74 said, use them as a learning experience, and it helps understand why we have to continue to learn to be prepared daily. Missed opportunities are nothing to dwell on. And he said he could be wrong. No, I totally agree with that. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of surprised about how many people are woke or grown. You understand what I'm saying? It took me, some years to get, with the mindset that I'm at right now with it. Right. But a lot of people do live in the mindset of, and I want to be very careful when I say this, but of a negative, mindset that they don't see anything that is positive, even when they're going through, the roughest of time. We tend to go to the negative and don't see any hope or anything coming from that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying with that? Let me keep going. My phone just went down. All right, and also, Chef just said, "Don't let them happen 2 times. They always present themselves again in another shape or form." Okay, I agree with that. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? I totally agree with that. That it will come back around, and at that time, you will be totally ready for it. Truly ready for it. All right, we have QBN Miss Life, and I hope I'm saying it right. So they said that it's regretful, but oftentimes it leads to making bad decisions later in life in order to avoid making the same mistake.
I understand that one.
Okay, I'm going to read that back again. Regretful, but oftentimes it leads to making bad decisions later in life in order to avoid making the same mistake. Do you agree with that?
Now after you read it over, it said regretful, and it make you make the same mistake later on in life. That's what he's saying.
Yeah. But and for that one, that's a little dark for me. You understand? That's a little dark for me, because now now this is where the why or what happened or the nosiness of me. Well, what opportunity that you miss that it will be a bad decision, that it will cause you to make more bad decisions throughout your life? Could it be that now you don't trust your ding ding ding, that you don't trust your judgment?
Right.
Is that it?
That could be it. That could be it. But another thing, can it be your pride or your ego not really thinking that you missed the opportunity? Because a lot of people want to do things their way. I think,
Oh, yeah.
and I know how to do this. So even when the first opportunity is missed, they don't really put it on anything they did. They may put it on what somebody else did or whatever happened in the situation, and they continue to do the same thing, and not even realizing they missing opportunities.
I hear what you said. I just had not a brain freeze, but I wanted to make sure I checked myself before I say something, because I was getting ready to say, well, sometimes the universe and God just keeps showing you things. You understand what I'm saying? It keeps showing you things, and hopefully that you will, understand that some things are meant for you. You know what I'm saying? So remember when we said in the beginning about growth, and they said maybe though, have they even grown to be able to accept? So each one of those opportunities that keep coming to you, and it's probably the same thing, but in a different form. Have you grown enough and moved out of your way to understand what that is? You know what I'm saying? Take your pride away from that, and see what it is. Because if it keep coming to you and you keep blocking it or stopping it, what the fuck is you doing? What is you doing? You understand what I'm saying?
You're missing opportunity.
Yeah. Do me a favor. Go to the comments right fast. Oh, Jesus. All right.
Yep.
Yes, please. All right, Jeff said, I might have missed the opportunity, but I've always stayed positive in life, knowing there will be a new opportunity for me to come around. You are exactly right. And I love that the thing is let's start using these things as learning experience, and really from this day forth is look at these opportunities that you think that you missed. Go back. Really, just sit and just go back and say, okay, what did I need to see in that opportunity, whether it was a relationship or, a deal or a job or whatever like that. And what was it that I liked about it, and what that I didn't, or what I wasn't ready for. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And think of it in that, and then start to, kind of map out, what it is that you want now, or what it is that you're pointing to, because sometimes it's not even about you for say, but what it is that you're supposed to be doing. So it's like, what is the bigger picture? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what is the bigger picture? Sometimes we do things as we want to, which was given to us a free will. Right. But also in that, it's like sometimes that is not what we've been put on this earth for. All right. We go to another comment. All right, are you truly trying to learn or see what the opportunity is? Exactly. Like for real. Like Mike said, sometimes people do that ego and, get in the way, pride get in the way. And then when you look at it, you got to look at you are truly blessed for that opportunity to keep coming to you.
Exactly.
Like that. So at one point in time, I hope that you will have somebody that make you accountable for these, for you're not growing and learning. Ain't nobody talking about change. We talking about for you growing to see what it is.
Yeah.
Period. All right. Miss T. Brown said, and don't dwell on the missed opportunities because you just might miss the opportunity that is meant for you right now. Amen. Amen. Amen.
So true.
That is what I'm talking about. Yes. Yes. And I'm telling you this, I've learned this in the past few years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I'm so hard because people will say to me, oh, she asking for too much, or, this, and, she's, they never said I was arrogant, where they said that I was, stuck up or, whatever. And it wasn't that. I knew what my worth was. You understand what I'm saying? But I knew what I was looking for in those things. And I knew I jumped on one opportunity that was like, whoa, that I thought was the bomb. But then when you really look at it, I ain't gonna say it was the worst thing. Matter of fact, it was one of the best things that happened to me. I can say that now because I learned from it. And then I applied it throughout my career, both in mainstream and adult. You understand what I'm saying? So that, made it where it was best for me and it worked for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it worked for me. All right, let's go to some more comments. We can scroll up.
I think everybody was just laughing.
Everybody was just laughing. We were that funny. We need to take this on a road or something.
Back up to Theo. Everybody was just laughing.
We need to take this on a road or something. Wow. But truly, with this topic, I'm glad we kind of bringing it out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of bringing it out. But this is what I want to say. I want to end this show with this. And I'm not gonna say no names. I'm not gonna say any names. But this past weekend, I had gotten a message from someone that has been following me throughout my career. Was when Playboy and Chocolate Radio and all of those different shows. And as I continue to be on this platform and using my voice has changed, and not changed drastically. It just, kind of grew a little more consciousness or, ability to make, your mind and thinkful in, of a positive way. Mm-hmm. But I want to thank this person, and they know who they are, is that that message that I got from you, that you took, something that we had from another show and you thought about it, that truly confirmed that for me, that this is what I am supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. That I am supposed to be using this platform in this manner, doing this. And I thank you for that. I truly do. When I read your message, I'm not gonna lie, I started to cry because I do. My ego gets in the way at times when I do look at numbers. You understand what I'm saying? But I have to understand that you always have to start at a humble beginning. You know what I'm saying? And he will never give you too much more than you can bear. So as I'm growing and setting this up, it's not even about me. You understand? It's not about me. But I thank you for allowing me and letting me know that in this journey, that this journey is also helping you. Because we are really learning from each other. This platform is opened for us to talk, to us to communicate, to build better relationships among us as human beings, as souls, on this earth. So when I hear things like that from y'all, my beauty, I gotta find a little nickname for y'all that touches my heart. You know what I'm saying? And it just does. So just know that I continue to pray for everybody. I usually pray for family, friend, fan, and foe. Yes, I said and foe. I do. because that is how I am. That's what my soul is, period. And I thank y'all. I truly do. I thank y'all. But what I want y'all to do now is that, look, if y'all got any love advice that y'all need, relationship or whatever, even any spiritual uplifting, please email me at info@askNyomi, Bridging the Gap. I will definitely get back to you. It might take me a little time, but I will get back to you, as well as make sure that you check out us every week here, Thursday and Friday. Go join some of them apps, Spotify, Apple, all of those things, because we're trying to get those numbers up. And we're doing some big things. We trying to just keep pushing on with it. And that was it.
Yep.
Did you got anything to say, Dr. Mike?
I'm all good.
You all good? You all good?
I'm trying not to miss no more opportunities.
Yeah, because when that phone rang, I put a check over here. No.
That wasn't an opportunity. That was my somebody called was some money from me. The credit bureau. That wasn't no missed opportunity.
Well, again, my sexy people, I know it's almost the weekend. It is Thursday, so I want you guys to be safe out there.
Yes.
And be good to one another, seriously, and be good to yourselves. Mm-hmm. And I hold to that. Be good to yourselves. And always, as I always say, always keep it sexy.
Hey, it's the goddess Naomi Banks, and I hope you enjoyed that last episode of Ask Naomi, Bridging the Gap. And if you did, please like, subscribe, press that notification button, as well as comment. I'll see you next week. Keep it sexy.
Ask Naomi, Bridging the Gap. This is where we talk about love, sex, relationships, cultural differences, and so much more.